Hi guys, and welcome to my first kind of Vlogmas. So I'm not doing technical Vlogmas this year, but every now and again I am going to do a bit of a Christmas vlog for you. So we're kicking off with a weekly video. So this is going to be a week in my life, slight Christmas edition, because I've got a lot of Christmassy things I need to do this week. It's the 5th of December right now and I still don't have my tree up. What is going on? Anyone who knows me knows I adore Christmas. This year, I'm not really got into the spirit of things, so I thought, do you know what, Georgia? Stick a Santa's hat on, stick your Christmas jumper on, and let's film a Vlogmas, because it's the only way you're going to get into the Christmas spirit. So we're going to start with Monday, which is today. And today, what have I got going on? I've got a riding lesson at 2. So I've spent the morning kind of tidying the house, getting stuff ready. I might put the tree up today. I don't know whether I'll have time. But I definitely have a lesson at 2 with the new horse. So I'll be riding Snip with my usual trainer, Tracy Rivet. Tracy's been working with me for a few weeks on her, but I am going to head down to the yard soon because I need to film a few things before that. So you'll see Snip and we'll get a few things with her. And then the rest of the week we've got lots of stuff to do. We need to decorate the stables, I need to wrap presents, I need to order presents. I'm really not organised at all this year. Like, getting a new horse has completely like thrown everything off in terms of Vlogmas and in terms of actually like organising Christmas. So sorry there's no Vlogmas this year, guys, but I could not balance like training a brand new horse, getting to know them, and doing like a video a day. But I will try my best to get as many out as possible for you all. So yeah, let's head downstairs and we're going to open Ted's advent calendar. That's the first thing we need to do today. I'll take him for a quick walk and then we'll head to the stables. So my mum didn't buy me an advent calendar this year. Like, what sort of child abuse is that? I may be 25, I may live in my own house and have done for 2 years, but that is not the point, Sharon. I need an advent calendar. Too late now anyway. Right. Excuse my washing machine that sounds like it's about to take off. It's just drying. All good. So Chris keeps doing Teddy's advent calendar without me, and it really annoys me. So I told him he wasn't allowed to do it today. So here we go. This is Ted's advent calendar. It's from Butternut Box, which is where we get his food from. And yeah. And the one that Chris did, he tore it. Look at that. Men, honestly. Right, Teddy. Come get it. Come get it. What time is it? Oh, it's advent calendar time. Right. Let me swap the mic round. Are you ready? Are you steady? Go. Yes, I know. Sit. Sit down. Sit down. Good boy. Paw. Good boy. Sit down. Sit down. Sit down. So we need to find number 5, Ted. Can you find it? It says I was trying to eat him all, Mum. Okay, maybe. I mean, to be fair, you did just put your paw on 5. Maybe you're actually human, and you know what I'm saying to you. Oh, what's in here? We never do these scammy things, as no one's got time for those. Oh, ha, 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 ha. So there's always like 3. I don't know what this is. Some sort of chicken sausage type thing. Maybe not chicken. I don't think chickens have this colour. Right, sit down. Give me a paw. Give me a paw. Says, here you go, Mum, there's my paw. Good boy. Oh, Ted loves Christmas. Ted loves Christmas because Ted gets Treatos. Tweetos. Don't bumps on the floor, thank you. Right, wait. Leave it. Good boy, get it. Right, sit. What can we make you do for this one? Okay, just jump in there. There. Yep, there you go. And everyone see how messy my kitchen is. Right, there we go. Teddy advent calendar done. Finito. You've got to wait until tomorrow now. Yeah. Oh. No more. No more. He says, please, Mum. I will give you all the paws. Right, come on, put it away. All done. So guys, I've chucked on as many layers as I could fit. I've got my big Equus coat on. I've then got another jacket underneath, as well as my jumper, and then another top. And I've put my warm hat on because it is absolutely freezing today. I am so cold. But we're just going to go and grab Miss Snip now. Come down a little bit early so she can have a groom, have a massage pad on. I was hoping to film the Q&A today, but the yard's quite busy, so I don't think I'm going to have a chance to do it. So if not, I'll do it tomorrow. But yeah, let's go and see what Snipperloo's up to. That's a new nickname there. I just keep giving her stupid nicknames. I'm not entirely keen on the name Snip, but I can't change it. It's bad luck to change a name, and it does suit her. But yeah, let's go grab her. Hello. So Smokey likes to come and say hello every time I come. Let me just sort you out. To get Snip. Look at how filthy he is. You dirty boy. He's having a bath on Wednesday. And then Snip is, of course, as far away as she can possibly be. Are you gonna oh no. Are you following me, or are you having a roll? Oh no, he normally follows me all the way up just to let me know that I should feel bad for riding Snip and not riding him. He's obviously still being worked, but I'm doing a bit more with her, so he likes to put his complaints into the management. Snip! Hello, gorgeous. Hello, my darling. Are you ready to come in? Why is this eye always running? Right, let's pop your head collar on. Oh, it's freezing. Oh no, you good girl. Oops. Over the ears. And round we go. Come on then. So when I said in Snip's intro video that she's very chill, this is what I was talking about. Like, Smokey would be like pacing away in front of me. Well, not in front of me because he's a good boy and he knows his natural horsemanship rules that he doesn't go past me, but he's like, let's go. Snip, I literally have to like drag in. Don't we, Snips? Don't we? You good girl. Yeah, we're going in there in a minute. Well, not in a minute, in about an hour. But yeah, so I'm going to take her in now, give her a groom, and put a massage pad on for half an hour before I ride. So I ran out of time before my lesson to film tacking up, but today I'm having a flat work lesson on Snip with Tracy, and I actually started recording the session on my Pivo, which is meant to follow me when I ride, but I noticed that it just wasn't really following me. It kept losing me, and then the file actually corrupted, so I'm really glad I filmed this last little bit. So this is like the last quarter of the lesson. I had a bit, like just over an hour's lesson with Trace. So this is just the very end that I've had to just quickly film on my phone. But basically, we're working on Snip's canter, trying to get her a bit more round in the canter. As soon as you put her in canter, she becomes very tense, and like you can see, head comes up, and she just doesn't relax as much. So what we're working on today is getting her to realise that it's okay, kind of chill into the canter a little bit, so we can start getting those hocks underneath us, so that she's not as tense and tight, and get her going more in an outline in the canter. Now today was really good for Snip. She worked really nicely in the canter, and we're also working on those transitions, keeping her in an outline in her upwards and her downwards. And today was the first time we managed it through all the transitions at one point or another. You do notice in the trot that she's still a little bit head wobbly, so she'll move her head to the left and the right. I'm actually being really quiet with my aids and my hands on her, but she's very like sensitive to it, and she does move her head quite a bit. But so yeah, we're just trying to get her to basically balance herself, and it's a lot of strength building, and every single time I ride this horse does she improve drastically. So we've worked on this today, and then I'll come back tomorrow, ask her to kind of do the same thing. Obviously I'm not doing that, she's doing something completely different tomorrow, but the next time I come and ask her to do the same thing, she will do it in half the time, and then quarter of the time, and then she will just do it all the time, which is how she's worked so quickly and progressed so quickly in her walk and her trot. So I'm very excited, because once we've got that canter established and a stronger canter where she's really using her hocks, we can then start jumping bigger and better. So lots of trot to canter transitions today, and definitely improved both of our fitness. Like, I was a lot fitter and could keep going through the entire session. Snip was a lot fitter and wasn't blowing half as much. So all in all, we had a fantastic lesson, and I got some really, really good feedback from my instructor. She basically said that she doesn't think Snip has a ceiling, like she doesn't think that she'll ever stop, you know, sort of progressing. She thinks she'll actually do really high level. I discussed about going out and doing a bit of dressage on her, and she thinks she'll easily start doing prelim and novice quite soon, so that's exciting. But yeah, a fantastic lesson, really enjoyed it and took so much away from it, as I always do. So guys, we've just finished our lesson. Snip was so good. We even got a little bit of a outline in canter today, which was really nice. We're working a lot on her canter at the minute. It was a very hard session for both of us, but she worked a lot harder than me for once, which was actually quite nice. So now I've given her a Silvermore Grasser Bix, which she is loving, in its little net. I've given her a wash off because our arena at the minute is quite flooded and it's really sandy, so it's literally just like sand everywhere. So we've only got cold water at the moment, so I've put her Thermotex on her to keep her nice and warm. But yeah, really, really happy with that lesson. Her trot and her walk came so quickly. Canter's going to take a little longer, but Tracy has basically said that she thinks there's no limit with her. She's just going to get better and better and better, which I'm so excited about. And it's really nice to hear, because Tracy isn't the sort of trainer that just like dishes out compliments. So when she says something, she genuinely means it, and yeah, it just means a lot to us. But no, she's been very good girl. You've been very good girl, haven't you? Making all of my dreams come true. Yeah, I'll leave you alone so you can eat your grass bit. She wants a tea, but she can't have it just yet because you need to wait until she's cooled off properly. And I've just had to clean all of my boots and everything. They were caked in sand, and I hate it. The worst job in the world in winter is after you've ridden in a sand arena, having to wash everything off. My hands are freezing. I literally can't feel them. But yeah, we had a fantastic session. All of our lessons have gone really well, to be fair. We are pushing her further and further each time, and she shows a little bit of restraint, but not restraint. What's the word? She's not too happy about it. And then she's like, okay, I'll do it. And then next time you go in, she does it so much quicker, and then so much quicker. And yeah, just a very good pony. very good. I'm not sure if my pivot actually filmed much of it. It kind of was just pointing in the opposite direction the entire time. So my apologies if there's not much footage of it, but I had no one to film. So that's all we've got. So I've just come around to the other side because while Snip is cooling off, I'm going to give this little man a groom. Ah, he's my baby. The one thing is with Smokes, I've noticed since getting her how loving he is and how silly he is. Excuse you, you're just squashing my face. Like, he's so loving and such a people person. Snip's not really like that yet, but you weren't when you first came, were you? You didn't understand cuddles because you hadn't really had them. Whereas now, that's all you understand. But yeah, we're going to give Smokes a groom because he's looking mighty filthy. And then I can feed them both and go home. Excuse me, manners. Not even unravelled it yet. Can any Limia fanatics please tell me what colour this is in the comments? This one. It's like a bluey, purpley. It's definitely blue. It's like a navy blue. Navy blue. I don't know. But it suits him. I bought it from Your Horse Live. So it won't be a new colour because it was cheap. Snip got peacock and he got whatever colour that is. So yeah, I got it from Your Horse Live and I don't know what colour it actually is. Why do I look like such a boy in this hat? I'm gonna clean the dead pony. I really hope you're nice and clean with this, Smokers. Come on, love him. I kind of really want to ride him, but I'm kind of really tired as well for riding him. Oh, I do this every time. It's a good job you're so good, because one of these days you will kick me in the head. Smokes, no, don't eat. What's this? Nom nom nom. Yeah, you nearly take my hand off. She's all gentle. You don't know, you wouldn't know gentle if you came up and smacked you in the face. Do you? No. Pussies. Oh Christ. I'm getting those taken off tomorrow. You're gonna be naked. Naked feet. Yes. You're not. There you go. One. Have one. Have nothing here. So actually, look how clean it is. If I cover up this part and maybe that part, you're very clean. It's just your head and that bit of your bum. Oh, is that nice? Ow! That's not nice. You don't need to eat me. Oh God, I'm throwing things everywhere. You've got a... Well, I don't actually know if you need to be in it, but we've got a photo shoot on Thursday and I'm going to have to bath you. I'm going to have to bath you because you're so dirty. Love ya. Love ya. Cold kisses. Kisses. Have a kiss? Smokes, have a kiss? Do you kiss? No. So the one thing I enjoy the least of grooming Smokey is how much tail he has. And also how dirty it is, because somebody doesn't pick up his tail, does he? No. It's honestly almost as thick as Chili. Not Chili, he's got tail. Charlie. Excuse me! Get your head out of the treats. I miss a bit on your chinny chin chin. level. So Smokes has had a groom. It still looks dirty, but at least the mud's off him. And I've also changed his rug. So here at the yard, you can pay for them to change rugs, but Smokey's stable's like practically outside, if that makes sense. So neither of my horses' rugs really get changed unless I'm doing them on a weekend. Can we put down... I love it when you destroy the place. Let me put things back. So basically, I've changed his rug to this. It's his weather beater that we got sent last year. I've put the liner in, it rubs him, but without the liner it should be fine. It is a little bit heavier than the one he's been in, which he doesn't really need because he's not clipped and he's not really in much work and he's a little bit fat. But the Derby house when he was in, the neck cover was doing absolutely nothing, and he just looked a bit of a state and it was a bit small on him. So this one is much better. He's a bit more comfortable in it, hopefully, and it'll hopefully keep his neck a bit more covered. But yeah, I'm gonna pop him back in his stable now, make both their teas. So here is my what I feed my horses, even though no one asked for it. The back one is Snips and the front one is Smokies. So starting off with Snip, she gets a full scoop of conditioning chaff. Now she's very different to Smoke. She gets fed up a lot, whereas Smokey gets the absolute bare minimum because he's a fatty. So Smokey only gets half a scoop of chaff. Snip's chaff is conditioning. Smokey's is just bog standard apple molly chaff, I believe he's on. And then Snip also gets a completely full scoop of conditioning cubes that apparently I'm putting in now. So yeah, she gets a full scoop of conditioning cubes, and I make sure when I feed them both that it's quite sloppy, because I like them to be quite wet. And then Smokes gets some linseed oil as well in there. I basically just kept her diet the exact same as what her previous owners told me they were feeding her. I will adapt it as needed, but for now that's absolutely fine. Then on to supplements. So Smokes gets the Premier Performance Premier Calmer. And he's been on this a few weeks now. Has it been like 2? And I have noticed a difference in him. And then in here is actually the Gastro Premier, but I decanted it into a tub because I found it a bit easier than the bags, because I accidentally like to leave the bags open. Smokes gets 2 scoops, and then Snip is also getting 1. I've just started giving it her just to support her stomach a bit. She can be a bit of a typical grumpy mare when you do her girth up. I don't think there's anything in it, but I do like to give her some. And then Smokes gets milk thistle powder. This is really good for his liver enzymes, if I remember rightly. It basically all stems from when he had really bad colic. They told me to give this to him after that. And Camilla at Premier Performance recommended it. And then they both get like a little bit of Himalayan pink salt. And I get this from Just Ingredients, because then I know it's 100% what I'm getting, rather than some of the Equestrian store ones that are just kind of mixed with everything. And then Snip would get the Premier Performance Muscle Strength, but we are completely out. So she's normally fed on that, but I literally finished it yesterday. So that's the pony's feeds all done. And now it's time for the horse's favourite part of the day, and that is tea time. So Smokes is being fed first. Because I've got one hand, I'm having to like slide it into them. So there's Smokey's tea. And I make, as I said before, like I make sure that the horses have plenty of water in their feed. I recently read about, when you think about it, they constantly eat grass, which is so much % water. And then what we feed them is really dry. So I've been trying to make the feed a lot wetter, just to help their sort of digestive system. But Snips was a little bit soupy this evening. She was getting it absolutely everywhere. So while she's having her tea, I'm going to pop her other rug on. So she's had a Thermotex on because she was kind of like hosed off, not fully, just under her belly and everything after our ride. So I put her Thermotex on first because they dry so quickly in a Thermotex, and it keeps them nice and warm after work. And then I'm popping on her outdoor rug because, as I said, the yard will just turn her straight out in the morning. So just pop her turnout on, which is nice and cozy for her during the evening. And then that is my evening routine done for the horses, and we are on to tomorrow. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Tuesday. So today is an absolute shock to the system. It's the first proper frozen morning we've had this winter, and my goodness, it is frozen. It was -2 when I left the house. The roads are icy, my car was slipping, but I've just got to my parents' farm, which is looking absolutely beautiful, I must say, in the frost. So I thought I'd come and show you. So today we've got a few things to do. I am layered up like there's no tomorrow. I've even stolen Chris's heated gilet thing. I don't know if you can see the power button, but basically it's a heated gilet because my goodness, it's cold and I'm not used to it. Like, it's not been this cold yet, so it's not nice. But yeah, got lots to do on the farm this morning, starting with poo picking the frozen fields. So I'm gonna go grab Big Bertha in a minute, but I thought I'd show you how pretty the fields are, because at least you can appreciate it. And also, anyone that is in a question that says, "Oh, I love winter," you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy. But yeah, I'll show you the horses. Look at this. Like, it is a gorgeous morning. It's just rock hard. Like, everything is frozen. I hope tomorrow is not as bad. But, I mean, it's beautiful. It's just absolutely freezing. At least the horses can't get too muddy because the ground's frozen. I can see Lulu sticking her head out. Oh, my heated gilet is just kicked in. Let's chill. Let's go see Lucy, who I can already tell from here is absolutely vile. Absolutely caked in mud. Mum tried to clip her the other day, and the clippers are too dull, so you have to excuse the mess that is the Lulu. Hey, Lucy Luz. You're so dirty. What do you think to these cold mornings, Lucy? I'm not a fan personally. What do you think? You've got a nice big coat. Look at that mane. Look at that mane. Yeah. I gorgeous girl. And then we've got little Caras. Little Caramello. You gorgeous girl. Oh. I love it when you whinny. Don't bite me. No, you're biting. That's not nice. So of course I'm using Big Bertha to poo pick today because she makes my life so much easier. If you don't know who she is by now, she is the 250 litre tipping wheelbarrow from JFC. She is an absolute life changer and has made mornings so much quicker because it means I can fit all of the poo in one wheelbarrow without several trips to the muck heap. And of course, Miss Caramel likes to keep an eye on what I'm up to. She likes to check that I'm doing everything correctly and is just a general nosy pony. So we're going to start with Lucy's field, and Lucy likes to attempt an escape every single time I open this gate because she knows that there's more grass on the other side of the gate. However, I thwart her attempts by using Big Bertha as sort of a barricade. So Lucy is not very happy about that, and she likes to come and stand next to me while I poo pick just to let me know that she's clearly starving, that she doesn't have a field full of grass, that I've definitely not given her a hay net just half an hour ago, and that she's not a little bit porky. She's definitely really skinny and really hungry. Well, that's what she likes to tell me anyway. So she stands there for about 10 minutes, making me feel sorry for her and making me think that she needs treats or something. And then eventually she leaves me alone so that I can actually finish poo picking. And by this point, the fields have started to thaw a little bit. Lucy's getting her steps in for the day. And I am finally finished poo picking, and I can show you the wonderful tipping function that Big Bertha has. So she literally just like flips on herself, and it's so easy to do. Like, it doesn't take much effort at all, and it means that absolutely every single, like, whatever you've got in there, shavings, straw, poo, it's all out. So she's completely empty and ready to go tomorrow. So guys, I've finished poo picking now, and I was gonna do a bit more like stuff around at the stables. So I was actually going to put Charlie's hay feeder up, but I forgot that the wooden stable is like, it's not solid, so it's got beams in it, so it's going to take quite a bit of adjustment actually to get the feeder up, because basically the bit where we're going to put it needs all like paneling out. I don't really know how to explain it, But anyway, I'm just going down to see some of the animals now. I've not seen the piggies in a while, so we'll go see the pigs and check their waters. So, how's my Primmy? How's my big piggy? Don't see my hair. I'll get me muddy, thank you. The pigs are not fans of the cold, but they'll come out of their beds to come and say hi and try to eat my wellies. Won't you? Let's go do Pickle. Go see Mr. Pickle Pig. Check his water. Oh, yours is just a little bit frozen over still. They will break it themselves, but it's always best to do it. Isn't it, Pick? Hello. Hello, Pickle. What? Where you at? No, you've got a muddy snout. You have. Yes. Piggy pig. What? What's that? And then we'll go check the goat's water. Check that that's not frozen. They have all been broken first thing this morning, but they've actually re-frozen over. It's that cold. Honestly, it's gone from like autumn to full-on winter in the space of very quickly. Oh, the goats hasn't really frozen. So the goats are doing really well. As you can see, they're really, really fat. So these goats are actually from, they're boa goats. I think they originate in Africa. They're not big fans of the cold. And they get these gigantic fluffy, what were you doing? These gigantic fluffy coats on them, and they are so cozy and warm. Oh, you're so cozy. You are. Why are you not talking? But they're so fluffy. They're like the fluffiest goats ever. So I noticed that the goats needed a hay top up, so I thought I'd just take lots of hay down for all of the animals. So I'm going to fill Big Bertha with lots and lots of hay. She generally fits about 3 bags of haylage. Now this isn't haylage, this is hay that we've just collected and put in these bags. So don't worry, I'm not like feeding all the animals haylage, but I'm going to take this down for the piggies and for the goats. Pigs they're not massive fans of hay. They kind of eat it in the winter, but just to keep themselves warm, and it's just a good source of fibre for them. So we chuck the piggies something in. It's something for them to do and a little bit of enrichment on these cold winter days. Prim likes it more than Pickle, but for some reason today Pickle was absolutely devouring it. And if you don't like the sound of someone eating, don't get pigs, because they are literally the loudest eaters ever. And then it's on to topping up the goat's hay. Now, our goats go through probably like a manger of hay a day, so we top this up every single day. And we use Big Bertha because she's brilliant on all of the bumpy terrain and the mud and everything. Like, this wheelbarrow will just go through anything, so it's absolutely fantastic. So they have 2 mangers, one inside that was actually full anyway, so it's just the outdoor one that I need to fill up today. And here come the 3 little troubles. And of course, I filled an entire manger of hay, but we don't want to eat it out of there. We want to eat it out of the wheelbarrow. So maybe JFC, you need to remarket your wheelbarrow as a goat hay feeder, because they absolutely loved it and they stood there for about 20 minutes eating it out of there. So that was the farm done this morning, and then I headed down to the stables because I had the farrier at the livery yard. So Snip and Smokey have both had their shoes done. So Smokey actually had his front ones taken off because he tends to go barefoot in winter, whereas Snip does not have his beautiful conny feet. She very much has thoroughbred feet, so she gets a full set of shoes. This was my first farrier visit with her because obviously she's a brand new horse. We weren't sure what she'd be like for the farrier, but she stood there like a dope on the rope and was absolutely good as gold. As always, she's such a good girl. So yeah, that is her first farrier visit done, and that is basically my Tuesday, and then I headed home, did some work and lots of boring stuff. So guys, welcome to Wednesday. So today I am moving Smokey's stable to next to Snip, so I'm going to start by giving this stable a little bit of a clean, just a wipe down of everything, and then start moving his stuff over. And yeah, then I've got to bring both of the horses in and get them ready for tomorrow. So we have a big content shoot tomorrow and a lesson. So Snip's going out for a lesson that we're filming, then we're coming back here and filming. So I need to bath them both. Well, Snip's just going to have a hot cloth. Smokes definitely needs a bath. But yeah, I'm going to move this first, and then I also might work Snip or ride her or do something. I haven't decided yet, but I will bring you on for the journey. So this is all of the stuff that I need to move outside of Smokey's current stable to the other side of the stables. So I'm just going to give it all a tidy and basically just move it all around and try and reorganise it. And this is what it looks like now. So on the left here we have Snip's stable, and then there is Smokey's. And as you can see, I've kind of reorganised and put a few things out. I am going to be building another box to keep all my rugs in, but Smokes is quite happy in his new stable, meeting his new neighbours. Snip didn't look too happy to have him next to her. She was like, oh, I put her with him in the field, now I've got to put her with him in the stable too. But I brought them both in and given them their teas, and then I need to give them both a bath, or at least a little bit of a bath before our photo shoot tomorrow. So I'm going to start with Smokey, because he is very, very dirty. His body's not too bad, but his legs, face, tail and mane are honestly so disgusting. I just have to bath him constantly. But he is so much better to bath now than when I first got him. And I'm going to start on that tail. So the first thing I always do when I bath Smokes is to do his tail, because I literally wash his tail about 3-4 times. So I wet it, coat it in purple shampoo, let that sit while I do his body, and then I will clean it a couple of more times just to try and get it clean. He honestly has the worst tail ever. He's so dirty. So once Smokes is all sort of dried off with the towel, just towel dried him, then I plait his tail up to try and keep that as clean as possible, and then I put on his little lycra rug, which I call his ninja suit. I can't do his head up just yet, I'll do it in the stable when he doesn't have a head colour on, and then because it's so cold he's also going to have his Thermotex on top. Thermotex are honestly so good for after you've bathed them, because they kind of like wick all the water away. So that's Smokes done, and then on to Miss Snip. So Snip literally doesn't need a bath at all. She's only got like 2 fully white socks and then half of a white one. So all I'm going to do is give her a groom, and then I'm just going to clean her socks really, just so that they're white. But yeah, she really doesn't take long at all compared to Smokes. I'm so glad I didn't buy another grey. As much as I love greys and I think they are the most beautiful colouring, the upkeep that a grey needs and the fact that they never look clean is just so much hard work. Like, I literally bring Snip in from the field, 5 minutes, give her a groom, and she just looks like she's been bathed. So yeah, so much easier than spending an hour bathing Smokey. She literally took me about 20 minutes to do everything, and I just finished her off by giving her a brush over with a finishing brush, and that was it. Hi Hi guys, so it is now Thursday and I'm here with Ellie, who is concentrating on the very frosty roads. So today we are going to arena eventing lesson, because who doesn't do that when it's absolutely freezing outside? Fantastic. We've got Snip on board and we're going to go and get brands because, as always, my box is broken and is being repaired. So Ellie has come to save the day and drive us there. So we're going to go get brands now, and then I'll show you a few bits of behind the scenes of the lesson, but that is going to be its own video, so you'll have to watch that next week. We're eating cookies to drown our sorrows because we got there and the arena was completely frozen and the other arena was completely frozen, so we can't ride because it's not going to thaw anytime soon. The sun's on it and it's still not thawing. It was so frozen, guys, like there was nothing we can do. We've had a look for some indoor arenas that are near here, but there aren't any with jumps, so we're going home. So that was a complete waste of time, energy and effort, but oh, good fun. I love winter. I love owning horses in winter, it's great. So now we're going to go back to Snip's yard. Elle's going to come with us for a bit. My photographer's with us, Jazz from Fenwick Photography, and we're going to film some real stuff instead and eat to make myself feel better.
I might take my pony out, put her in your stable.
Put her in my stable if you want. The yard won't be bothered. So the rest of that afternoon was spent with Fenwick Photography, getting some real content and just kind of some content that I needed for some of my brands. And then me and Elle took the girls out for a hike, but it was kind of uneventful. We really walked because it was so frozen, and then that was kind of the end of the day. I didn't really film much behind the scenes, so sorry about that. So guys, it is now Friday, and today I was planning to do quite a bit, but I'm really not feeling very well. I basically had a chest infection for the last couple of weeks, I believe, so I couldn't get a doctor's appointment, but they said to go to the pharmacy and they might be able to get me some antibiotics because they're doing a new swab thing now. So I'm going to go and try and do that, and I'm going to try and spend as much time inside as possible today because it's -3 and feeling like this and being outside in these weathers isn't helping anything. So I am going to go and work Smokey later because he's not really been worked this week just because we've had a hectic week. But I'm going to go work him. But I'll leave the video here for now. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I've got a few exciting videos coming up. So I will see you all soon. Bye guys.